So you're really gonna marry Ethan, huh?
Yeah, and I find it amusing that you have such a hard time believing it. Worried that I'm stealing your best friend away?
I guess I just think it would be more...
There are a number of scenes throughout Season 1 that stand out to me as personal favorites, and I think this opening scene from Episode 4 is one of them. I just like how everything came together, the animation, the direction, the voice actors really nailed their dialogue in this scene, and it still just makes me laugh every time I see it. I also mention Ethan and Lilah's engagement here, and that correlation between the regular comic strip and the animated series is sort of a one-way door, because I'm not going to write something in the comic strip that relies on information found in the animated series, primarily because of the fact that out of necessity we had to charge for the animated series. So we didn't think it was fair that somebody who chose not to or couldn't purchase the animated series was kind of left in the dark because of that decision. We didn't want to sell the animated series that way, as sort of like a, you have to buy it if you want to have a clue about what's going on with the main story. So as such, everything in the animated series is kind of like a self-contained, little stories. Obviously, I mentioned stuff from the main comic strip because I figure if someone's going to shell out money for the animated series, they're probably reading the main comic anyway, which is free. But yeah, it'll never go the other way. When we first announced the animated series, it was a topic of some controversy that we were going to be charging for it, and I can understand that. I can sympathize, because people have grown accustomed to getting the comic for free. So when we announced that we're doing the animated series, obviously a lot of people are excited, and then there's a price tag attached to it, and for a lot of people without credit cards, or just people in college for whom money is tight, it can be difficult to afford frills like that. So like I said, I can understand why people would be a little bit disappointed in that. But on the flip side, charging for the animated series was pretty much the only way to make it a possibility, because to obtain the level of quality and the production quality that we were aiming for, we really had to do things like hire a professional animation studio, hire professional voice actors, and that kind of stuff adds up. For the comic strip, it's a one-man show. I do everything start to finish all on my own. But with the animated series, we had a team of people, and they all wanted to get paid. So we had to charge for the anime series, just to keep it going, because they ended up being fairly expensive. And if we had done it any other way, I think we probably would have been bankrupt after 2 or 3 episodes.
Okay, that's just about it. And this is my roommate, Lucas.
Very nice to meet you, Karen.
Nice to meet you too.
Lilah's friend Karen was mentioned by name once in the comic strip, but she was never an actual character in the comic strip. So when I designed her specifically for this dinner episode right here.
I'm gonna go set the table. Congratulations, sweetie. You've just cooked your first meal. Wow.
We have the the Swedish chef Muppets dialogue as Borska Borska, but I think actually in the Muppets it was Bork Bork Bork, which is probably fine, all things considered, because we don't exactly want Jim Henson Studios coming after us for copyright infringement.